So we are walking right now, and we are trying to find an abandoned mini truck, which is supposed to be out here in the field somewhere. Let's see if we can find it. So I can't lie to you guys, this is actually my dad's land. He's got close to like 30 acres here. And this is the land that I grew up playing on and exploring on and hiding on. And we got an area we call down back, and that's where we store a lot of junk and stuff. A lot of my old projects. And one of my old trucks has been stored down here for a while, and I've been thinking about doing something with it. So I just figured it'd be a good time to kind of show that to you guys since I was out here. And I also haven't posted anything in a couple weeks. So we're getting closer. I'll show it to you. Good old down back. I actually need to get in that shed. Oh, we got some goodies there. Gun range. Forgot I had international front parts. That's the car we pulled the chassis for the truck build. That's my grandpa's old truck. Deer tracks.
All right, more than two.
Taste them, Jim. How fresh are they? This morning. And then the good old Datsun. Here's our deer stand. So here we have my 1977 Datsun 620. This truck's just a little bit special to me. It's actually the first truck I ever put air ride on. I learned a lot on this. A lot of times I tell you guys just to go for it. Well, this was the truck where I really just went for it the first time, especially with doing like chassis stuff. So I'm gonna take some quick shots of it where you guys can see it, and then we'll do a quick little walk around, and I'll kind of talk about it and just let you know everything that I did to it. Here's the quick backstory on this truck. So when I was fresh out of high school, I was working with some guys, and they had this truck. It was 100% factory, sitting down on their farm. He would never sell it to me. Well, I actually ended up convincing him to trade it to me for a like Volkswagen Cabriolet or whatever they're called that I got for free. So I had no money in the truck, just had to do the trade. He was nice enough to let me use his shop, and that's where I did the air ride. Everything on this I did with like an old diesel, I don't even know what brand, stick or arc welder. Just did all the chassis work, stick welding, and pretty much with a cutting torch. So after I got it on air ride, I was lucky that the motor and transmission and everything was good. I got it running, and in the end I ended up having to put like Nissan hard body gears in it where it could go on the highway. I finally broke down and bought like a Weber carburetor, and I ended up bobbing the long bed down to a little bob bed, kind of like what you've seen in the pictures or in the video. And this was a true budget build. I think all in, I may have been like $1,200 into the whole thing from putting tires on it and everything. So this truck, I was driving it. I think the head gasket started going out. And it was around the time when I was going to join the Air Force, and I got the motor all pulled apart, ran out of money. We stored it down here in that shed over there forever. We ended up pulling it out. Somehow that fender got all dented up. My dad denies all allegations. And we're at where we are now, where it's just been sitting out here. So let's do a quick walk around and I'll point out some more things and then we'll talk just a little bit more about it. We'll just kind of work front to back. This Datsun tag actually came on it. I love that thing. So up front, very crude fender wells made from old trailer fenders. You can see my fabrication skills from back then. Was always a pretty good little truck. Had a little Optima battery in it, and at one time the throttle ended up working as the ground because I didn't understand good grounds then, and it made quite the smoke show. Underneath here we kept drum brakes. You can see those very crude little lower plates that the bag bolted to, and you can see the very crude and ugly upper mount that I built, again all from scrap metal out there. Not the prettiest thing, but I drove the crap out of it. You can see there's several different colors because I kept changing it up. So originally this truck was white. It's crazy because all this green is like baking off, but I changed the colors several times trying to decide which one I liked. Welding, I used to have some Puddin's Fab Shop logos on here and stuff. This mirror I found at our local swap meet, still a really cool mirror, not sure what it's from, but you can see how it's ribbed. Inside I put these little seats that were out of some kind of COE, just bolted them in. The center console's from extended cab, had a really tall shifter with the homemade shift knob and metal flake steering wheel, Mexican blanket seats, door panels, just very simple, and I didn't have money. Still got a pressure gauge in there, but nothing too fancy on the inside. Back here, again, you can see how I shortened the bed and just bobbed it. I didn't remove any out of the front, so it's just a long bed with a bobbed rear. The suspension work, you can see all my little fish plates out there. I forgot about that. Down the back of this notch, I welded not perfect because it wasn't perfect, as you guys can see. For being, 17, 18, whatever I was, it was all right. The 4-link bars were pre-made, but all the tabs and stuff, you can see how terrible that looks. But I was very proud of this back in the day. My shocks, I know it's really hard to see because there's so much weeds growing up through here. So for my air supply, I actually had like a CO2 tank for like soda machines, and I had it going to a quick connect on this manifold, and then this manifold I had built had all my different valves and compressors and everything could plumb into it. Just a little kind of hot rod style gas tank. And what's funny is, for the longest time, I could not find this cap. I lost it when I was at a hot rod or at a mini truck show at the Kicker factory, which Kicker makes car speakers, or audio speakers, whatever. And the cap had fell, and I opened up this tailgate and everything, I don't know how many times looking for it, and I could never find it. So I ended up going in the gas station. They had this little plush duck, and it's what I shoved in there to keep gas from being able to get everywhere. And then after we moved it down here around a couple of times, it fell out of somewhere, and I was able to put it back in here. See some more of my crude fab work. So when I was building this, like I said, I really had like no money. So these notches, the reason they're done like that is because I only had enough material to make 2 of them at a peak. That was scrap. And the one thing I did end up buying besides these rear brackets was like 10 foot of some 1.5 inch that you see there for all the cross braces. Everything else was all built out of scrap plate or whatever. You can see the old school Puddins still on there. So that name's been around for a long time, and this was the first truck that actually had that on it. And once again, something happened to this fender. My dad said he had no clue about it, but I brought him down here and showed it to him, and he said, well, yeah, something did happen to it, but I don't know. if I was growing up in his house and denied some stuff like that, he'd say, well, I guess it knocked itself in, didn't it? I'm glad he's walked away where he can't hear me, because I don't want to get my butt whooped. So a little more story with this truck. I think I ended up driving it for probably close to 2 years. I remember taking it to a truck show in Arkansas, and then I took it up to Kicker Bash in Stillwater, Oklahoma a couple times. And there's a guy there who had got it before in Minitruckin, just as one of the little thumbnail pictures a couple times when it was still a white long bed. And then after I did the bob bed, changed the wheels up a little bit, did the flat green, and I took it to Kicker Bash again. The same guy was kind of checking it out who had got it in Minitruckin. I told him it was the same truck. Either way, he really liked it, and he decided to shoot it for Minitruckin, and it got a cool little 2-page spread in there that was just in its like construction zone or something, but still for being 18, it was pretty cool at the time. So he shoots it. Shortly after that's when head gasket goes out. I get the motor pulled apart. I leave for basic training, and I realize that it's never going to line up again. But when I got done with basic training and was going through my tech school, one day I walked over to the BX and I was looking through magazines, and I'm looking through Minitruckin, and then boom, I open it up and there's my truck. So that was pretty cool. Kind of hate to see it like it is right now, but it's just kind of, it is what it is kind of thing. And I just want to be able to show it to you guys. I will say this is the truck that probably got the most attention, even though it's been 10 plus years. I still have people stop me in town and ask if I was the guy who had the little green Datsun. Everyone around town really seemed to love it. I'll be honest, I don't think I'll ever do anything with it, because I would basically have to build a whole new chassis for it. I'm not really crazy about the bob bed anymore. It was different at the time, but I don't think I would do it. So more or less, if I was to build this truck, I'd have to build a whole new chassis. I think it'd look really cool chopped, painted like gold with some like cream flames, and like Raider wheels with white walls, and go really all out on it. And I just can't justify spending that much money on a Datsun, more or less. So I'm really trying to think what I'm gonna do with it. I'd like to get it pulled up out of here, and I'd kind of like some of y'all's thoughts on it. Think about just coming down here and doing what I got to do to get it at the house, get it cleaned up, all the rat poop out of it, and either putting it up for sale or maybe even doing like a little raffle thing. More or less, I'd like to find the truck a good home for someone who's going to like it. And I learned a lot on it, whether I did good work or quality work, and maybe there's someone out there who can learn a lot on it too, and it'll help some kids, you know, keep on carrying on tradition of working on cars, trucks, whatever. Well, my dad's coming back, so we gotta quit talking about him now. But I appreciate you guys following along with this. I really don't plan on doing nothing with it, but this truck does mean a lot to me. Like I said, it's the one that kind of got me going, and just make it where I'm not scared to dive off into a project and handle it. Whether I did everything right on this or not, you know, is up in the air. But it gave me the confidence I needed to then not be scared to go after anything. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, please check out some of the other videos. There's tons of stuff doing fabrication, build videos, but I am gonna start getting out of the shop more. I know spots with lots of old cars. We're gonna get out, start rescuing some cars, getting some running, and not just spend so much time in the shop. So if you could subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Drop a comment down below, like or share. All those things help the channel grow, so I always appreciate it when you guys do that. If you wanna give me a follow on Instagram, I'm on there at Puddin's Fab Shop. And real quick, let's look at my grandpa's truck one more time. So this truck is a 460 big block, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 460 big block. It's got overdrive trans. It is an auto, I don't remember what. Pretty good little workhorse truck. We used it to take a lot of tractors to tractor shows, and they've towed all kinds of stuff with it. If you guys would like to do a video where we come down here and try to get this thing running, it's been sitting for a good while. I think that'd make a cool video, and it is my grandpa's truck, so I'd like to get it out of here and get it on the road. So if you're interested in seeing that, again, drop me a comment down below, and maybe we'll pick a day and come down here and get this thing out of the woods. So I appreciate you guys watching. I just noticed this. There's part of the old compressor for the Datsun, and I'll see you guys next time. But don't forget, sitting on your ass
won't finish your project.
Yeah. We could also do a will it run video on the old M if people are interested. She's been sitting for a little bit.